Oh, sick. So I'm just talking to no one this entire time because it's muted. Um, yeah, so Cliff, then yeah, the Nats are available 75. If you're interested in that, the person does have the extra 7 minutes to pay. Hunter, you're not going to see those payments until 2 p.m. Because it is for the 3 p.m. break. So 8:22, 3 p.m. If you just want to send those invoices at 2 p.m., that would be excellent for both me and the people involved in our 2 p.m. break, which is Immaculate Baseball first off the line. Those auctions are still live if anyone in the chat is interested in those. Go check those out. But hopefully now you can hear me instead of me just talking and having nothing happen. Okay, cool. Thank you, Hunter. Um, Not sure about yours, Cliff, but some one of one spacers did go out this week. I don't think anyone that they went to would be in the chat right now, but did get two of them by quality control. So, but eventually, yeah, you'll get your one of one signed spacer. Oh heck yeah, yeah! I saw Holly Holm really cleaned up in that break, didn't she? I thought I saw or sleeved a bunch of cards when I was shipping that stuff out. I thought I saw quite a few colors for Holly Holm there. I haven't watched the break back yet, in all honesty, so that's why we didn't decide who got the spacer for being the nicest to Charlie yet. Your Yankees are not on the list because I just have it sized incorrectly. Um, that's on me. I apologize. Yeah, I just didn't change the sizing from the last break, which was football, which has 32 teams. So the Yankees were just hanging out there underneath the lovely photo or lovely camera that looks at me. But no, Andrew, you are there. Yep, nope, you're good. Everything is there and good. Just streamer error, as it were. But do have the Nats and Tigers available if anyone's interested in them. Currently, at least. Make sure they haven't paid yet. No. Do have 3 minutes. We can hopefully get those sold before. 85, Dave. 85 is what we're looking for the Tigers, and 75 if anyone can't see the Nationals. So 75 for the Nationals, 85 for the Tigers. Do 150 for both if someone's interested in both. Guessing Spider must be a nickname for someone that's not popping to my head right now. How? Oh, it was on the break, man? Oh. Believe that. We have, when I was coming into the building today, we had a nice spider on the doorknob, so had to carefully navigate to not squish him. Top left? I do not kill spiders, no. That is, at least I very, very much try not to. Sometimes they do scare me, and I do get them, and I feel bad the whole time, but I don't. If I just see a spider and it's just chilling, I try to just let it chill too. All right, 1 p.m. One last shot for this person to get the Tigers and Nationals. If anyone wants them, are potentially just fully available, maybe. If my computer works, we'll see. Boom. Alright, so just need to sell the Nationals and the Tigers before we actually begin, but I will go ahead and start opening this up. Anyone for the Nationals and Tigers, 75 for the Nats, 85 for the Tigers, 150 for both. I can certainly try, Michael. I opened the jumbo version of this. Chris, you'll take them? All right. Go ahead and send it on over to the PayPal then for the 150. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started once we get that payment. Thank you very much, Chris. Just pop right in, solve all our problems. Big fan of that. I think I need a new blade in here. Starting to just run. Helps if I use the right side there. I assumed Chris wanted them both by not specifying, since I offered 150 for both. So, if he didn't, I'm sure he will clarify himself in a second here. But as I understand it, we are now just waiting on him to pay for both. And Chris has, in fact, paid for both, so we are good to go. I'm going to go ahead and play the intro while I continue to take the plastic wrap off these boxes. Thank you very much much, Chris. Hello and welcome to another Two Bros case break. Contrary to what you've just been told, my name is not Charlie, it is Michael. We're going to be breaking some Topps Chrome today, the hobby style. I broke some jumbo of this on Friday, and that one was a little lackluster. So we are hoping to, yeah, we're hoping because we're hoping and opening, right? I'm going to coin that one. Hoping that we do a lot better this time around. We already had a call for a Nate Pearson auto, so if anyone else has anything they'd like to try and get, then let me know. I'll do my best to open the cards in front of me and hope that your card is in there as well. Otherwise, if you're new to Two Bros Case Breaks, we do have these fairly regularly. You can check out our schedule. It's not up for this upcoming week yet, but we do post it on our social media. So Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is where you can find us, and twobros_sports is how you can find us. And if you see something you like there, you can head on over to our eBay store, twobros788. Twobros788 will get you in on these auctions for the break, as well as look at our extensive singles collection. So if you don't get what you want, maybe you can just buy it instead. All right. And finally, since you're here on YouTube, if you'd like to like the video, that's dope. Big fan of that. If you don't like the video, that's also fine. I understand that as well. But if you do subscribe, you can be like Chris here. Get in a little bit early, potentially, and get a team that goes unpaid. Chris, also just confirming you are the person with the Braves and the Astros, correct? So I can just send these cards to you that way. Awesome. Awesome. We get this list updated, get that taken care of. And then let's get to some pack cracking, huh? You have to bear with me. There are a lot of packs here, so we are going to go pretty quickly through the cards because I do have to spend quite a bit of time on these packs. My extra box here for all the wrappers that are coming. Alright, put these guys over here. I'm going to go half box by half box. Also, if you're new to Two Bros, we do have a retail store in the Northtown Mall. So if you're in Minnesota or find yourself in Minnesota, you can stop on by. And, check out our sports memorabilia, sports cards. Hunter, who was in the chat, don't know if he still is, but he's working there today. So if you're in Minnesota today, you can go see Hunter in the retail store. Get anything the sports fan in your life, or that is you, could want. Also, if you want your own Chrome, you want to open your own boxes, because you see me opening all these packs, you get jealous, want to open your own, understand that. You can call our retail store. They'll actually just ship the product to you, so if you're not in Minnesota, we can just ship, or if you're not in the area, we can just ship the product to you as well. A Jazz refractor or two today. So I can work on that, but it's going to be hard. Unless that's a thing that I don't know about. Because I don't think we have any basketball breaks today. Oh, Jazz Chisholm. I figured it out. I'm sorry, Fred. I got you. Jazz Chisholm, the Marlins. I thought about the Utah Jazz, and I was just like, Fred, my man, there's no Utah Jazz in Major League Baseball. Turns out that it's I who was wrong, so apologies for that, but yeah. Kalanick auto would be sick, yeah. I'd be super into the Kalanick auto. The green Acuna variation. Pulled the gold yesterday, but the green is your color. That's fair. I mean, I get that. Having opened a lot of UFC products recently in Panini, I'm a big fan of the tie-dye. I think I would want tie-dye over almost anything else just because of how cool that looks. So I get green being your thing there. We're going to go ahead and start off with Ahmad Rosario. Jesus Sanchez, Roughnod Oder, the refractor. And then we have Keibert Ruiz, Anthony Rendon, the teal, Jake Arrieta. Jake Arrieta, 71 out of 199 for Jake Arrieta. Brian Hayes, the Pirates 1986 version, and then Mike Yastrzemski for the Giants. Well, that keyboard sure was loud moving it. Dylan Carson, Gio Urshela, and then our first auto is going to be Dalton Jeffries. As far as I know, we have it tentatively scheduled for 3 p.m. 3 p.m. tomorrow for the Immaculate tomorrow. And then we have our first off the line Immaculate today. That one is happening. But the Immaculate first off the line is happening today, and then our the one that got delayed from Friday should be tomorrow. 3 p.m. is our tentative plan. David Peterson, DJ LeMahieu, Nate Pearson, and then the refractor Luis Campusano. Victor Robles, Michael Confornato, Tim Anderson, the Prism Mike Trout. Card stuck right behind it. Aaron Judge, Alejandro Kirk, Luke Voigt, Prismic Power, Freddie Freeman, and then Evan White. Yep, I think that's the only thing that's on the docket right now for tomorrow. Schedule's not finalized yet, so. Kettle Marte, Ryan Braun, Jackie Bradley Jr., the refractor, and then Jeff McNeil. Devin Williams, David Dahl, Dylan Carson, the 1986 Cardinals, Luis Robert, Shun Yamaguchi, Austin Meadows, the future star Zach Gallen, and then Yordan Alvarez. Matt Olson, Joey Gallo, the refractor for Chris Sale. JT Realmuto, Albert Pujols, George Springer, Roughnod Oder, the Prism. We got Kavan Biggio, Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Abreu, the baseball, Edgar Martinez, and Willie Adames. Are you pulling it? If not, can you? So, I have 2 appointments tomorrow. So, I am unsure what my schedule is going to look like. I'll be here at some point. My plan is to be the one to pull it, to be breaking that Immaculate Baseball tomorrow. However, I believe that it's just going to depend on when FedEx ultimately gets here. And when I ultimately get here. Owning a house is one of those great things where you get to find out that everything you need repaired can only be repaired on weekdays. So his fingers aren't as kind to me. No, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I understand. No, I mean, look, out of context, that's going to look weird. I get that, but I think almost everyone here understands what you're talking about. It's like when we were reviewing one of my UFC videos and you guys were talking about Jorge Masvidal and you called him Street Jesus, and my boss walked in as we had me on the big screen saying, "I'm sorry, I don't know who Street Jesus is." And boy, that one's a hard one to explain out of context. Kyle Tucker, Brian Hayes, the refractor for Walker Buehler, 2.11 ERA right now, kind of insane. Chris Bryant, Keston, Lucas Giolito, and then the 1986 Mike Trout. Masahiro Tanaka, Spencer Howard, Corey Kluber, and then Daniel Johnson is our next auto. Daniel Johnson for the Cleveland Guardians. Gonna try and get used to saying that. Especially when they don't change it. That way it's very awkward when I reflexively call them the Guardians. Gonna have a lot of fun with that in the future. Alright, Paul DeYoung, Jorge Soler, Ian Anderson, Yordan Alvarez, the Refractor, Kenta Maeda, Lewis Brinson, Shane McClanahan, the Prism Davy Garcia, and then Mike Trout. Austin Hayes, Jared Walsh, Future Stars, Jesus Luzardo, Shin Soo Chu, Josh Bell, Freddie Freeman, JT Real Muto, Tanner Houck, JD Martinez, John Lester, and then Kyle Lewis, the 1986. Chris Paddock, Salvador Perez, Cody Bellinger, Jose Urquidy, the Future Stars. Then we have Ryan Mountcastle, Byron Buxton, Eduardo Escobar, Carlos Correa, the Refractor. And we have Jacob deGrom, Miguel Cabrera, Luis Garcia, Kenta Maeda with the Prism. Tristan McKenzie, Patrick Corbin, Bobby Dalbec, the Rod Carew Baseball. And Kyle Seager right at the end there for the Mariners. So ends box number 1. On to the oft-praised box number 2. That's where everyone's luck comes into play, right? Man, 4 cards per pack is just so irredeemably bad, I think. I don't... Having 4 cards and 24 packs in a box just seems so... not great for anyone. Oh. Well, we got some spoilers there, I suppose. I'm just going to take these quick so nothing weird happens to them. But we have the printing plate for Rafael Devers. The 1/1 magenta printing plate for Rafael Devers. And then Shane McClanahan. Yeah, I tried to ignore it so we could actually like keep going and be surprised by him, but they Immaculate Baseball is right after this. Yep. Might be a little bit late because I don't know exactly how long this is going to take me to open because it is just 1,200 cards, but once this finishes, we'll be getting ready to go to get that Immaculate Baseball first off the line. Yeah, just a nice little 2 101s in the middle of the open in the packs there. Tried to play it cool like I didn't see them, but that didn't work out for me. Yeah, you know, I like that it's 4 cards per pack, and that someone could have just, you know, opened 2 1/1 plates in 1 pack if this had just been in retail, right? Like, I'm sure that person would just be chasing that high of pulling 2 1/1s out of the same 4-card pack for the rest of their life. You can't You can't beat that. Freddie Freeman, JD Martinez, the refractor for Dylan Carson, and then Shane Bieber. John Lester. And we have a green Josh Hader, a green wave it looks like. 91 out of 99 for Josh Hader. Yeah, Topps collation leaves something to be desired. I'll say that much. When I was opening those jumbo packs, I could tell who was next based on who came before, just because they were all seated almost exactly the same. Juan Soto, the 1986. Clayton Kershaw, Salvador Perez, Cody Bellinger, Jared Oliva. Wanted to call him Olivia for some reason. Jared Oliva, the rookie auto for the Pirates. Oops. Rookie auto for the Pirates coming in. Jared Oliva. And we have Nelson Cruz, Byron Buxton, Eduardo Escobar, Gio Urshela, the refractor, Isaac Paredes, and Miguel Cabrera. And then another printing plate. This one's for Josh Hader. So hopefully the one with the Brewers, Nicholas, if you're here, hopefully you're a Josh Hader fan. If you're not, this is going to get awkward. And there's your 1/1 Josh Hader printing plate. I like the mirrored images. That's kind of neat. Prism for Braylon Marquez. Max Scherzer, the Future Stars, Mike Berceau. Dane Dunning, Luis Garcia, Patrick Corbin, Kwang Hyun Kim, the refractor, and Kyle Lewis at the end there. Bobby Dahlbeck, Ahmed Rosario, Brady Singer, the 1986. Anderson Tejada, Jesus Sanchez, Anthony Rendon, Jesus Luzardo, the Future Stars once again. Then we have Brandon Crawford, Dylan Carson, and Gio Urshela. Yu Darvish, the Cubs pitcher. The Cubs pitcher, Yu Darvish, for the refractor. Dean Kremer, DJ LeMahieu, Nate Pearson, Anderson Tejada with the Prism. Giancarlo Stanton, Michael Confornato, Tim Anderson, Edgar Martinez baseball. And then Shogo Akiyama. Did I say Carson instead of Carlson for Dylan? Is that what happened? I'm going to mess some of these up. I'm trying to go through them quickly, so you're going to get a lot of those in if that's what I did. I think it was the last jumbo break when I was trying to go quickly, too. Dean Peterson, I kept calling him Patterson because the text is very small and I was trying to go quickly. So yeah, you could have a lot of material by the end of the night. All right. Onward and upward. Alejandro Kirk, Luke Voigt, DJ Lemieux, the refractor. And Tyler Stevenson, Kettle Marte, Ryan Braun, Casey Mize. Casey Mize, the 1986. Chris Davis, Devin Williams, David Dahl. Oops. That's a cool auto. I don't know if the player's cool. The Johan Ramirez. Mariners, let's fill me in on that. But that auto is, he can't get his whole career, can't get away with it doing that his whole career. Arm's gonna get tired from signing autographs. Johan Ramirez is our next auto. Now we have Jarrett Cole, Shun Yamaguchi, Jose Abreu with the purple. The purple Jose Abreu, 71 out of 299. The refractor for Nate Pearson. Alex Kirilloff, Austin Meadows, and Matt Olson. The Prism Brandon Crawford. Tony Gonsolin, Joey Gallo, Albert Pujols, Prismic Power for Rafael Devers. Then we have Mark Kanya, George Springer, Paul Goldschmidt, the refractor for Mark Kanya, and then Blake Snell. Jose Abreu, and then the green Cavan Biggio, 53 out of 99 for the Cavan Biggio. Mike Trout, the 1986. Noah Syndergaard, Jock Peterson, Jose Ramirez, Jose Urquidy, the Future Stars, Xander Bogaerts, Christian Javier, Brandon Lowe, Blake Snell with the refractor, Ozzie Albies, Gleyber Torres, and Brady Singer, Brian Hayes with the Prism. We have Yohan Moncada, Chris Sale, Nick Castellanos with a deep fly ball, 4-0. Dominican Republic for David Ortiz in baseball, and then Clark Schmidt right at the end there for the Yankees, who are there for Andrew despite his original misgivings at the beginning, where I erroneously left them off by covering them up with our break cam. Boom. Overhead cam, I guess. That's the overhead. This is the break cam. Whatever. I covered up. It was my fault. On to box number 3. How's everyone feeling after our 3 printing plate box? Are printing plates cool? Do y'all like printing plates? I think they're kind of cool personally. I don't know that I'd personally ever go out of my way to collect them, but if I ended up with one, I wouldn't be upset. Hate them if you don't have an on. Yeah. I can agree there, yeah. Disappointing for a 1 out of 1. Also agree with that after having pulled. I mean, if Big B is still here, Big B can attest to how I react to normal 1 of 1s. And you can see, I'm sure my reaction to the printing place was slightly different than that. But yeah, no, I don't disagree there. Especially since they're apparently colored too, so like maybe there's another 1/1 Rafael Devers plate that's blue. That makes it a little less interesting in my personal opinion. But Dalton Varsho, Andrew McCutcheon, future stars Kyle Lewis, Tariq Skubal, Evan Longoria, Casey Mize, Jesus Sanchez, the refractor for the Marlins, and Hyunjin Ryu. Will Smith, Marcel Ozuna, the Alec Bohm for the Phillies. You have Mike Clevenger, Andreas Jimenez, Ramon Laureano. Then our next auto for the Cardinals, Roel Ramirez. Roel Ramirez for the Cardinals, the auto. Yeah, I mean, like a 1/1 Brock Lesnar would end my life, but you know, gotta go out some way. So why not that way, right? Max Kepler, Trevor Story, Nick Madrigal, Anthony Rendon, that refractor, and then we have Dallas Keuchel, Luis Arias, Lance McCullers Jr., and then the Prism for Spencer Howard. Ryan Yarborough, Jake Cronenworth, Jorge Alfaro, Luis Campusano, the Padres refractor there. And we have Juan Soto, Sherton Apostel, and then a pink Bryce Harper, 269 out of 399 for the pink Bryce Harper. Christian Yelich with the 1986 frame. Christian Pache, AJ Puck, Justin Verlander, Yordan Alvarez, the future stars. Starling Marte, Chris Archer, Willie Castro, Jackie Bradley Jr. with the refractor there. Joey Bart, Josh Donaldson, Lorenzo Cain, Kyle Seager with the Prism, and then Marco Gonzalez, Nick Senzel, Anthony Rizzo, Ketel Marte, the baseball for the Dominican Republic, and Alec Bohm right at the end there. As long as I don't pull that 1/1 Brock Lesnar when no one else is working, it'll be fine. Like, they can just move my limp corpse and, like, have Charlie finish the break. But, like, days like today where I'm the only one here, it's a dangerous game to play. Alright. I have Eugenio Suarez, Mookie Betts, the refractor for Alejandro Kirk. Max Muncy, Aaron Nola, Shohei Ohtani, the Andreas Jimenez 1986 card. And then Kyle Schwarber. Rhys Hoskins, Adonis Medina, and then Jojo Romero for the Phillies is our next auto. Jojo Romero. The refractor auto for the Phillies there. Joe Adell, Fernando Tatis Jr., Davy Garcia, Luke Voigt with the refractor. Then we have Josh Hader, Pete Alonso, Lewin Diaz, the Prism for Kyber Ruiz, and then Eloy Jimenez. Mike Moustakas, Kyle Tucker, Prismic Power, Jarrett Cole. And then Sean Murphy, Cabrian Hayes, Custon Ozzy Albies, the Refractor. And then Corey Seager. You have Lucas Giolito, Spencer Howard, Shohei Ohtani, the 1986. Ronald Acuna Jr., Corey Kluber, Jorge Soler, Nick Solak, Future Stars. Andrew Benintendi, Ian Anderson, Lewis Brinson, Yohan Moncada with the refractor. And then Austin Riley there. Shane McClanahan, Austin Hayes, Eric Hosmer with the Prism. Jose Altuve, Jared Walsh, Josh Bell, Rod Carew with the Panama Baseball, and Steven Strasburg right at the end there. I think the hits so far on this have been better, and I think it's intentionally that way, but I think I like opening the jumbo packs better because there's just so many more cards. There's 12 cards per pack, and maybe it's 13 cards per pack, and then 12 per box, 12 packs per box. That's how it works. Alright, Ramon Laureano getting this box start off. How many packs are left? Cliff, you're just trying to make me do math. I'm not going to fall into that trap. Ramon Laureano, Trevor Story, Tyler Stevenson with the refractor. Joey Bart, Nick Madrigal, Luis Arias, Sixto Sanchez, the 1986. Marco Gonzalez, Lance McCullers, Dalton Varsho, and Leody Tavares with the auto for the Rangers. Leody Tavares, the auto for the Rangers there. We have Alec Bohm, Andrew McCutcheon, Jake Cronenworth, Cody Bellinger with the refractor. Max Muncy, Jorge Alfaro, Sherton Apostel, Javier Baez with the Prism, and Kyle Schwarber right behind him, both lifelong Cubs. AJ Puck, Justin Verlander, Randy Arozarena, the Future Stars. Joe Adell, Chris Archer, Willie Castro, Byron Buxton, the refractor. We have Josh Hader, Josh Donaldson, Lorenzo Cain, Nolan Arenado with the 1986 variation, and Eloy Jimenez at the back of that. Nick Senzel, Anthony Rizzo, future stars Brendan McKay for the Rays. Looks like. Then you have Sean Murphy, Eugenio Suarez, Mookie Betts, Matt Chapman with the refractor. Corey Seager, Aaron Nola, Shohei Ohtani. The Prism for Isaac Paredes. Ronald Acuna, Rhys Hoskins, Adonis Medina, Jose Altuve with the Venezuela baseball, and Andrew Benintendi as the final card in that half of the box. I think it's 180 something, Cliff. There's no way to know. Not including these ones that I'm opening right now. Fernando Tatis Jr., Davy Garcia, Charlie Morton, the refractor. We have Austin Riley, Pete Alonso, the pink Luis Castillo. Or magenta, I suppose. 326 out of 399 for Luis Castillo. Luis Garcia with the 1986 frame, and Jose Altuve. Then we have Lewin Diaz, Mike Moustakas, Brandon Bielak is our next auto for the Astros. There we go. There's Brandon Bielak for the Astros. Steven Strasburg, Kyle Tucker, Cabrian Hayes, the refractor for Luis Garcia. Shane Bieber, Keston, Lucas Giolito, Max Scherzer with the Prism, and then Clayton Kershaw right behind him. Spencer Howard, Corey Kluber, Prismic Power, Luke Voigt, Nelson Cruz, Jorge Soler, Ian Anderson, Patrick Corbin with the refractor, Isaac Paredes, Lewis Brinson, and Shane McClanahan. Luis Robert with the 1986 frame. Max Scherzer, Austin Hayes, Jared Walsh, Luis Robert, future stars. Don't know how much the future star he is. I think he's a current star. Dane Dunning, Josh Bell, Freddie Freeman, Dean Kremer, the refractor. Kyle Lewis, J.D. Martinez, John Lester, the Prism for Pete Alonso, Anderson Tejada, Salvador Perez, Cody Bellinger, Ronald Acuna Jr. is the baseball insert, and then Brandon Crawford, the final card of that box. So an inch ever closer to the halfway point. Always remember to drink water, friends. need a new bottle here soon. Immaculate is, in fact, right after this. We got another hour and 15 minutes of this, and then, yeah, I will hopefully be starting Immaculate basically just as soon as I finish this, as I assume this is going to take the full 2 hours. Joey Votto, Javier Baez, John Means with the refractor. Jack Flaherty, Whit Merrifield, Sixto Sanchez with the speckle. Magenta, 169 out of 350 for the speckle. And then we have Shohei Ohtani, the regular. Yeah, no problem, Michael. Charlie Blackmon, Alex Bregman, Eric Hosmer, Luis Garcia is our next auto. There you are, Luis Garcia. Then we have Christian Yelich, Braylon Marquez, Bryce Harper, Cavan Biggio with the refractor. We have Johnny Gray, William Contreras, Manny Machado, the prism for Zach Greinke and Jazz Chisholm, not the Utah Jazz. Sam Huff, Wilson Ramos, Yordan Alvarez, the future stars. Jake Arrieta, Chris Bubich, Evan Longoria, Willie Adames, the refractor. Matt Chapman, Casey Mize, Will Smith, Juan Soto with the 1986. And then Charlie Morton. Marcelo Zuna, Andreas Jimenez, Nick Solak, future stars. Garrett Crochet, Ramon Laureano, Trevor Story, Lourdes Gurriel, the refractor, and Buster Posey. We have Nick Madrigal, Luis Arias, Clayton Kershaw with the prism. We have Yasmani Grandal, Lance McCullers, Dalton Varsho, Fernando Tatis Jr., the Dominican Republic baseball insert, and Leody Taveras. Second half of the box is going to have Andrew McCutcheon, Jake Cronenworth, Kevin Newman, Will Myers, Jorge Alfaro, Sherton Apostel, Brady Singer, and Aroldis Chapman. AJ Puck, Justin Verlander, Ali Sanchez is our next auto. There you are, Ali Sanchez for the Mets. Luis Campusano, Chris Archer, Willie Castro, Kwang Hyun Kim with the refractor, Jackie Bradley Jr., Josh Donaldson, Lorenzo Cain, Nelson Cruz with the Prism, and then Kwang Hyun Kim following him up. Nick Senzel, Anthony Rizzo, Prismic Power for Anthony Rendon. Yu Darvish, Eugenio Suarez, Mookie Betts, Yu Darvish with the refractor. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Aaron Nola, Eugenio Suarez with the blue. The blue Eugenio Suarez. 42 out of 75 for the Blue Wave. Going to the Reds. Matt W., if you're here, congratulations on Suarez. Casey Mize, 1986 frame. Kevin Kiermaier, Shohei Ohtani, Rhys Hoskins, Mike Brosseau with Future Stars treatment. We have Dansby Swanson, Adonis Medina, Fernando Tatis Jr., Sixto Sanchez with the refractor, Rafael Devers, Davey Garcia, and Pete Alonso, Fernando Tatis Jr. with the Prism. We have Brandon Woodruff, Luan Diaz, Mike Moustakas, Ketel Marte, the Dominican Republic Baseball, and finally Nolan Arenado ending out that box. All right, Chris Archer, Willie Castro, Ian Anderson with the refractor, Jake Arrieta, Josh Donaldson, the pink speckle, Salvador Perez, we'll come back to that, Xander Bogaerts, and Matt Chapman. The pink Salvador Perez, 30 out of 350 for the pink speckle, Salvador Perez. Lorenzo Cain, Nick Senzel, and our auto is Luis Bassave. I believe he got outrighted at the beginning of the year, so, having a good time. No, the White Sox traded him to the Giants for cash, but I don't think he made it with the Giants either. But he is your auto if you're the Giants, so congrats. Charlie Morton, Anthony Rizzo, Eugenio Suarez, Lewis Brinson with the refractor. And we have Garrett Crochet, Mookie Betts, Shohei Ohtani, the Prism Jorge Soler, Buster Posey, Reese Hoskins, Adonis Medina, Bruce Dark, Raiderall, the future star. We have Yasmani Grandal, Fernando Tatis Jr., David Garcia, Marcus Semien, the refractor. Leody Tavares, Pete Alonso, Lewin Diaz, Joey Bart, the 1986 frame. Will Myers, Mike Moustakas, Kyle Tucker, Randy Arozarena, the future stars. And their oldest Chapman. You have Brian Hayes, Keston, Didi Gregorius with the refractor. Luis Campusano, Lucas Giolito, Spencer Howard, the Prism Mike Yastrzemski. No, Jackie Bradley Jr., Corey Kluber, Jorge Soler, Juan Soto, the Dominican Republic. Then we have Kwang Hyun Kim right at the end there. All right, second half of the box, Ian Anderson, Lewis Brinson, Jared Walsh with the refractor, Yu Darvish, Shane McClanahan, Austin Hayes, Jacob deGrom with the 1986 frame, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Jared Walsh, and Josh Bell. Then we have Andre Scrub as our next auto. Really just uninspiring autograph choices by Topps here, I have to say. Kevin Kiermaier, Freddie Freeman, J.D. Martinez, Josh Bell, the refractor. We have Dansby Swanson, John Lester, Salvador Perez, David Peterson, the Prism, and Rafael Devers. Cody Bellinger, Byron Buxton, Cody Bellinger, Prismic Power. Brandon Woodruff, Eduardo Escobar, Miguel Cabrera, Steven Strasburg, the refractor, and then Nolan Arenado. Luis Garcia, and then the nice color match blue Max Muncy, 1/75. 1/75 from Max Muncy. Blue Wave. Sixto Sanchez, the 1986. Chris Bryant, Patrick Corbin, Bobby Dahlbeck, Brendan McKay, the future star, Masahiro Tanaka, Ahmed Rosario, Jesus Sanchez, Shane Bieber, Refractor, Paul DeYoung, Anthony Rendon, Dylan Carlson, and Bryce Harper, the Prism, Kenta Maeda, Gio Urshela, DJ Lemahieu, Ronald Acuna Jr., the Venezuela baseball, and Mike Trout right at the end there. All right, we are halfway through. Thank you all for being here once again. If you are new to Two Bros Breaks, we do have these fairly regularly. You are able to check out our schedule generally on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's not up for the upcoming week yet, still being finalized, but if you give us a follow there, you'll be able to catch up on when those breaks are happening. Again, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is where you can find us. 2bros_sports is how you can find us. Then you can check out our eBay store, 2bros788. Save us as your favorite seller bid on the auctions for these breaks, as well as check out our extensive singles collection to fill the gaps in your collection. Finally, you can like this video if you like the content. If you don't, that's cool too. But if you do subscribe, you'll get notified when we go live. And we try to go live 5 to 10 minutes early to get those unpaid spots sold. So if there are any unpaid spots, you can possibly get in on the break one more way. Again, through our YouTube by subscribing. Get notified when we go live. And we can, get you in that way too. All right. Go ahead and start this box off with Chris Sale, Nick Castellanos, Michael Confornato, the Refractor. We have Evan White, Sixto Sanchez, Christian Javier with the teal. It's going to be 141 out of 199 for Christian Javier. The White Sox, Luis Robert, 1986 card. And we have Jeff McNeil, Walker Buehler, Ryan Meadows, Julian Merriweather is our next auto, and Luis Robert right behind him. There's Julian Merriweather for the Blue Jays. Not the Blue Jays auto we were looking for, but a Blue Jays auto all the same. Sure, it won't satiate the want for a Nate Pearson, but can hope it calms the nerves. John Means and Carlos Correa. Tim Anderson with the Refractor, and then Yordan Alvarez. Roughnod Oder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Giancarlo Stanton, JT Realmuto, Kevin Newman, Zach Greinke, Prismic Power, Matt Olson, Cavan Biggio, Joey Votto, Javier Baez, Noah Syndergaard with the Refractor, and Willie Adames. We'll take it. right? It's better than nothing. That's what I always say. Whit Merrifield, Alex Bregman, Jake Cronenworth, the 1986. Trevor Bauer, Eric Hosmer, Braylon Marquez, future stars Devin Williams, Luis Castillo, Bryce Harper, William Contreras, Xander Bogaerts, the Refractor, Wilson Contreras, Manny Machado, and Sam Huff. Then we have Lucas Giolito with the Prism. We have Alberto Mondesi, Wilson Ramos, Chris Bubich, Dominican Republic, Fernando Tatis Jr., Yadier Molina, Matt Olson, Joey Gallo, Francisco Lindor with the Refractor, Kyle Seager, Nate Pearson, Michael Confornato, Corey Kluber with the Refractor, Shin Shu Chu, Tim Anderson, Alejandro Kirk, the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado, 1986 frame, and Tanner Houck. Stress-free rest of the week. I mean, that's not a bad way to start your week, right? Knowing that you're going to be stress-free the whole time. Luke Voigt, Kettle Marte, and then Adonis Medina, the rookie orange for the Phillies. Adonis Medina, 4 out of 25 for the Phillies. The auto. Second nice Phillies auto. Nice by, I mean, not base. Chris Paddock, Ryan Braun, Masahiro Tanaka with the negative, and then Jorge Soler with the regular refractor. Ryan Mountcastle, Devin Williams, David Dahl, the Prism to William Contreras, Jacob deGrom, Shun Yamaguchi, Austin Meadows, Luis Robert, future stars, Tristan McKenzie, Albert Pujols, George Springer, Luis Garcia, the 1986 frame, and Keibert Ruiz. Is Adonis actually good? I don't follow the Phillies at all. I am basically a White Sox fan, and any other team. I watch some Mariners minor leaguers for random reasons, but outside of the White Sox, I honestly don't know a whole lot. So I guess I know some things about the Twins. Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Abreu, Dylan Cease, the future stars, Mike Yastrzemski, Jock Peterson, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Santana, David Peterson, Christian Javier, and Brandon Lowe. But no, if Adonis Medina is going to be good, then that's a sick one for the Phillies. Dean Kremer, the Prism. Adonis is not bad. Hey, in baseball, we take not bad. Victor Robles, Gleyber Torres, Brady Singer, Juan Gonzalez, the baseball, Puerto Rico, and Aaron Judge. Baseball is one of those sports too where I really enjoy how the numbers mess with me, where it's just like if I see 30% or 300 anywhere else, I don't blink an eye. But you see 300 next to a batter in baseball, and you're like, this guy is good. 3 out of 10 times he's gonna do the thing you want him to do. One second. Yeah, Hunter. I left because my hand started bleeding, so I don't want to get blood on the cards. That's what we're dealing with right now. So if you do know where a first aid kit is, because I can't find one right now, but I am not gonna touch cards again until I have at least a band-aid on. Okay, sweet. I apologize, everyone. I assume that you're gonna prefer that your cards not have me on them. So, just gonna take a break while we make sure that I'm patched up here. I've been opening too many cards recently, so my hands are probably dry and they just cracked. That's what I'm guessing what happened. Always joked about something like this happening. Didn't expect it to actually happen, though. You too. All right. Thanks for your patience, everyone. Sorry about that. Did not want to get any blood on your cards, so we took our time. Patched me up, and gonna hope we're good to go. Back to it. Matt Olson, Joey Gallo, Joey Votto with the refractor, Ozzie Albies, Albert Pujols, George Springer, Christian Yelich with the 1986 version, Yohan Makata, Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Abreu, Blake Taylor. Blake Taylor is our next auto. Taylor. We have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as our refractor. Clark Schmidt and Jock Peterson there. Every auto does appear to be the Astros so far, Andrew. Shogo Akiyama, the purple, 280 out of 299. Yeah, last time I opened a box, or opened a case, we had a lot of Marlins. This one seems to be the Astros instead. Tyler Glasnow, Jose Ramirez, Christian Javier, Tanner Houck with the Prism, Justin Upton, Brandon Lowe, Gleyber Torres, Prismic Power, Bryce Harper. We have Luis Patino, Brady Singer, Chris Sale, the Kevin Kiermaier refractor, Francisco Lindor, Nick Castellanos, Sixto Sanchez, Andreas Jimenez, the 1986 version, and Carlos Santana. Then we have Walker Buehler, Ryan Weathers, future stars Kyle Lewis, Marcus Semien, John Means, Carlos Correa, Ryan Weathers, the Refractor, Didi Gregorius, Roughknot Odor, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Kevin Newman with the Prism, Max Fried, Kevin Newman, Zach Greinke, Puerto Rican Juan Gonzalez with the baseball, and Alex Verdugo. Byron Buxton, Eduardo Escobar, Giancarlo Stanton with the Refractor, Dean Kremer, Miguel Cabrera, Luis Garcia, Jake Cronenworth, the 1986, Giancarlo Stanton, Patrick Corbin, Bobby Dalbec, and Jake Cronenworth with the auto next. Shogo Akiyama, Ahmed Rosario, Jesus Sanchez, John Lester with the Refractor, Tyler Stevenson, Anthony Rendon, Dylan Carlson, Lewin Diaz with the Prism, and Chris Davis. Best hits so far, sounded like Adonis Medina was the guy. 76 out of 199 for this Jake Cronenworth. Adonis Medina, the orange auto there for the Phillies. Jake is probably second here. In my mind, again, I don't really ascribe value to the cards, so it's between Jake and Adonis for me. Speaking of Jake, there's that 1986 one again. Gio Urshela, DJ LeMahieu, Dylan Cease, the future stars, Jarrett Cole, Nate Pearson, Michael Confornato, Sally Perez, Alex Kirilloff, Tim Anderson, the blue, Ozzy Albies, Alec Baum with the 1986 version, and Tony Gonsolin. Cronenworth for sure? Yeah, sure. I'm just going based on what looks cool, so like, you got to remember, we don't do the values, so 7 out of 150 for Ozzy Albies here. But yeah, okay, Jake Cronenworth is cool too. He's got a cool name. Adonis Medina is kind of a cool name though. Like Adonis itself is just a cool name. Alejandro Kirk, Luke Voigt, Devin Williams, the future stars, Mark Canna, Kettle Marte, Ryan Braun, Zach Greinke with the Refractor, Blake Snell, Devin Williams, David Dahl, Sin Shu Chu with the Prism, Noah Syndergaard, Shun Yamaguchi, Austin Meadows, Juan Soto, the baseball Dominican Republic, and Xander Bogaerts. Cronenworth sold for $2.99 on eBay. There you go. So, Todd, if you're watching, that one's for you. It's dope though. I'm glad we were able to get something nice just as soon as someone asked. It's always a good bit. They're never going to do that, Michael. I'm not saying that they should. I'm just saying as the dude on the microphone opening up the cards, that's all I care about. Also, in that regard, in Out of the Park Baseball, I have certainly called people up based on name when there's not a whole lot separating them from another player I'm trying to, or debating between calling up. Doesn't work out. Doesn't work out, so would not say that the name is a good system to determine whether or not a player is good. But Adonis Medina is still a cool name. I'm not contending that makes him a good player. Sixto Sanchez is also a cool name. Cavan Biggio, just kind of fun to say. Yeah, James, you should ask me again. See if it works out again. I'm down for opening cards that you guys like more than cards that I like, because the cards that I like don't necessarily don't mean a whole lot to anyone other than me, huh? Well, I've been told that it's not Adonis Medina, even though he has a cool name. So, whatever the answer is, it's not Adonis Medina. I mean, if I were his manager, I would almost certainly do that bit. That bit seems like a good bit to pull on him. No Kalenic so far. No Kalenic so far. Cronin Bagel. Boy, I'm pretty You call him Cronin Bagel, either he's never going to stop laughing or he's never going to speak to you again, I'm sure. Cronin Bagel. Unless you're a Heyman guy. I feel like I'm missing a reference here. All Paul Heyman guys have great names, if that's what you're implying. It's because they're Paul Heyman guys. Apologies. Bryce Harper, William Contreras, Freddie Freeman to Curtis Axel, Luis Patino, Manny Machado, Sam Huff, the Mets, Pete Alonso, 1986, Francisco Lindor, Wilson Ramos, Chris Bubich, JT Brubaker, then we have Carlos Santana, Evan Longoria, Casey Mize, JD Martinez with the refractor, and then Marcus Semien right behind him. Oh, yeah, I mean, if you're a Heyman guy, then you'll certainly appreciate the cards that I like. JT Brubaker. Auto for the Pirates. Yeah, I wonder if CM Punk's going to be in the AEW set with Upper Deck, because that would be excellent. I doubt it, but you know, it would still be cool. We have Will Smith, Marcelo Zuna, Tyler Stevenson with the Prism, Didi Gregorius, Andreas Jimenez, Ramon Laureano, Prismic Power, Wilson Contreras, Max Fried, Trevor Story, Nick Madrigal, Clayton Kershaw with the Refractor, and Alex Verdugo. Luis Arias, Lance McCullers, Ronald Acuna Jr., the 1986 frame, Jack Flaherty, Dalton Varsho, Andrew McCutcheon, Tony Gonsolin, Future Stars, Charlie Blackmon, Jake Cronenworth, Jorge Alfaro, Nelson Cruz with the Refractor, Christian Yelich, Sherton Pastel, Aaron Nola, Corey Kluber with the Prism, and Sonny Gray. It is Johan Ramirez. He's got the coolest auto that I think we've gotten so far. Like, his auto is the coolest. Again, not saying that it's worth anything, just it's a cool auto. He is now with them full-time, indeed. There's no part-time or other things going on. AJ Puck, Justin Verlander, Jose Altuve, Jazz Chisholm, Jock Peterson, Jose Ramirez, Shane McClanahan, Jarrett Cole, Christian Javier, Brandon Lowe, Aaron Judge, 1986 frame, Alex Kirilloff, Gleyber Torres, Brady Singer, and then Jorge Guzman for the Mariners there. Tony Gonsolin, Chris Sale, Nick Castellanos, Austin Hayes with the Refractor, and Mark Canha. Big B, if you check Reddit, I think the posts are still up from that night. But yeah, no, the arena was absolutely deafening. Jorge Guzman, 86 out of 150 for the Marlins. That pop was absolutely deafening. Then we have Sixto Sanchez, speaking of good names. Walker Bueller, Sam Huff with the Prism. Blake Snell, Ryan Weathers, John Means, Willie Castro, Future Stars. Noah Syndergaard, Carlos Correa, Rough Not Odor, Max Fried, Xander Bogaerts, Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Ryan Yarborough with the Orange, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Ozzie Albies. No, you definitely should check that out. Definitely should. Everyone in the chat should honestly check it out. It's just one of those moments where if you have any feelings of crowd intensity, you will 1 out of 25 for Ryan Yarborough. One out of 25 for Ryan Yarborough there in the Tampa Bay Rays. And we have Kevin Newman, Zach Greinke, Bo Bichette, the Future Stars, Yohan Moncada, Joey Votto, Javier Baez, Alex Verdugo, Clark Schmidt, Whit Merrifield, Alex Bregman, Shogo Akiyama, Mr. Prism, Tyler Glasnow, Eric Hosmer, Braylon Marquez, Jorge Posada with the baseball from Puerto Rico, and Justin Upton. Since we're in Minnesota, I honestly debated driving to Chicago for that event. Hope my boss isn't watching, but had the old thought in my head of calling in sick on Friday and just driving down to Chicago. Obviously, I didn't, because I was here on Friday and thought better of it. But one of those once in a lifetime kind of things where you wonder what you'd give up to actually be at one of those once in a lifetime style moments, and turns out it's not a lot for me. So now, if I'd thought about it earlier, I probably would have just taken the Friday off. And I should have just taken the Friday off. But, planning ahead isn't always, isn't always the way the world works. Just like if the White Sox end up in the World Series this year, I'm gonna do my best to drive all the way down to Chicago to go to at least one of those games. If they don't make the World Series, then I'm just gonna be sad all the time. But that's not really any different from usual, so no change. All right. JD Martinez, John Lester, Jesus Sanchez with the refractor, Kenta Maeda, Salvador Perez, Cody Bellinger, Fernando Tatis with the 1986 frame, Mike Trout, Byron Buxton, Eduardo Escobar, TJ Antoine is our next auto, Shin Shu Chu, Miguel Cabrera, Luis Garcia, Anthony Rendon, with the refractor. Tanner Houck, Patrick Corbin, Bobby Dahlbeck, Kyle Lewis with the Prism refractor. Chris Paddock, Ahmad Rosario, Jesus Sanchez, Prismatic Power, Eloy Jimenez, and then Ryan Mountcastle to follow him. TJ Antoine, next auto. This one for the Reds. Anthony Rendon, Dylan Carson, Chris Davis, Jacob deGrom, Gio Urshela, DJ LeMahieu, 1986, Pete Alonso, Tristan McKenzie, Nate Pearson, Michael Confornato, Willie Castro, Future Stars, Kyle Seager, Tim Anderson, Alejandro Kirk, Jarrett Cole with the refractor, Kybert Ruiz, Luke Voigt, Kettle Marte, Mike Moustakis with the Prism, Mike Yastrzemski, Ryan Braun, Devin Williams, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the Dominican Republic of Baseball, and David Peterson. We have Aaron Nola, Shohei Ohtani, Luis Garcia, Jackie Bradley Jr., Reese Hoskins, Adonis Medina, Ryan Mountcastle with the 1986 frame, Kwang Hyun Kim, Fernando Tatis Jr., Davy Garcia, and Edward Olivares. The outfielder for the Kansas City Royals is our next auto. Yu Darvish, Pete Alonso, Lewin Diaz, Patrick Corbin with the refractor. And we have Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Mike Moustakis, Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, the Prism refractor, Kevin Kiermaier, Brian Hayes, Keston, Future Stars, Sean Murphy. We have Dansby Swanson, Lucas Giolito, Spencer Howard, and the refractor for Yasmani Grandal. Yasmani Grandal, the auto being Edward Olivares. Edward Olivares there. Ryan Mountcastle and Luis Garcia once again. Then we have Rafael Devers, Corey Kluber, a gold Spencer Howard. Gold wave Spencer Howard. That's going to be 41 out of 50 for the gold wave Spencer Howard. $41 out of 50 for the gold wave Spencer Howard. Aaron Judge, 1986 there, and then Brandon Woodruff, Jorge Soler, Ian Anderson, Trent Grisham, the Future Stars, Nolan Arenado, Lewis Brinson, Shane McClanahan, Leody Tavares, Chris Bryant, Austin Hayes, Jared Walsh, Dane Dunning with the Prism, Masahiro Tanaka, Josh Bell, Freddie Freeman, Yohan Moncada, the Cuban Baseball, and Paul DeYoung ending out that box. Oh boy. Penultimate box. We're almost through the 1,200 cards. Thank you again for being here. Whether you're just hanging out or actually in the break, appreciate it. Appreciate any interaction you may have provided for me, as it does make it go by just that little bit faster for everyone. When instead of just rambling about nothing, I have something tangentially related to ramble about, you know, such as Adonis Medina having a cool name, or Sixto Sanchez having a cool name. Be confusing Jazz Chisholm and the Utah Jazz. If you haven't gotten what you want so far out of the break and you're just hanging out in chat, feel free to yell at me and tell me what you want. We'll see what we can do. I know I have Nate Pearson and Jazz Chisholm on order yet to fulfill, but see if we can make other people's dreams come true as well. Also, Big B, I don't know if you were here for the announcement, but one of one spacers started going out. Alright. The penultimate box is upon us. Kettle, Marte, Ryan Braun, Isaac Paredes with the refractor, Brandon Crawford, Devin Williams, David Dahl, Ryan Mountcastle with the 1986, Den Kremer, Jesus Sanchez, Anthony Rendon, John Lester with the John Lester with the refractor, Nelson Cruz, Dylan Carson, the blue, Lance McCullers Jr., Joe Adell with the 1986 frame, Isaac Paredes, Gio Urshela, DJ LeMayahu, and then we have a redemption we'll come back to, and Max Scherzer. Our redemption is for Keegan Aiken. Keegan Aiken going to the Orioles, the redemption. Hopefully you'll be happy with that if you have the Orioles. If not, I apologize. And then the blue Lance McCullers is 67 out of 150. Those. We have Nate Pearson, Whit Merrifield with the negative, Salvador Perez with the regular, Dane Dunning, Michael Confornato, Tim Anderson, Aaron Judge with the Prism, Kyle Lewis, Alejandro Kirk, Luke Voigt, Prismic Power, Grease Hoskins, Anderson Tejada, Shun Yamaguchi, Austin Meadows, Future Stars, Trent Grisham, Giancarlo Stanton, Matt Olson, Joey Gallo, Max Scherzer, and Shogo Akiyama. And we have Albert Pujols, George Springer, Manny Machado with the Prism, Tyler Stevenson, Paul Goldschmidt, Jose Abreu, Gleyber Torres, the Baseball Venezuela insert, Chris Davis, Brian Hayes, Keston, Jared Walsh with the refractor, Joe Adell, Lucas Giolito, Spencer Howard, Brian Hayes with the 1986 frame, and Josh Hader. Corey Kluber, Jorge Soler, Aaron Fletcher is the auto, Eloy Jimenez, Ian Anderson, Lewis Brinson, Josh Bell with the refractor. We have Sean Murphy, Shane McClanahan, Austin Hayes, and Lewis Brinson as the Prism. There's Aaron Fletcher for the Mariners. Personally a big fan of Aaron Fletcher, the lefty. But it's not the Kalenic auto I think people were hoping for, but it's not that bad. It's a lefty. I'm sure Fletcher will float around the majors for some time. Hopefully he can catch on. Corey Seager, Jared Walsh, Josh Bell, Nico Horner, the Future Stars, Ronald Acuna, Freddie Freeman, JD Martinez, Jack Flaherty, the refractor, Andrew Benintendi, John Lester, Salvador Perez, Dylan Carlson, Austin Riley, Cody Bellinger, Byron Buxton, Sean Murphy, Future Stars, Jose Altuve, Eduardo Escobar, and Miguel Cabrera. He can't be a loogie, but maybe he can find another role. Steven Strasburg, Luis Garcia, Patrick Corbin, Victor Robles, Shane Bieber, Bobby Dalbec, Ahmed Rosario, Juan Soto, the Baseball Dominican Republic, and Clayton Kershaw to end that box. On to the final box. Once again, thank you all for being here, whether you're in the break or just hanging out. I appreciate it. If you do want to get in on breaks, though, you can join us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter is where you can find us. @2bros_sports is how you can find us. That is where we post all of our break schedules. Our break schedule for this upcoming week should be going up fairly shortly, either later today or early tomorrow. And then if you do see something that you like there, you can head on over to our eBay store, 2bros788. Bid on the auctions that lead up to these breaks, and as well as take a look at our extensive singles collection, maybe fill some holes in your collection that way as well. Finally, if you're here on YouTube, please like the video. Feeds my ego, doesn't really do a whole lot other than that, but if you do subscribe, you can potentially get in on our breaks early. If you like to try and sell the unpaid spots before the break start time, so if we do have any unpaid spots like we did today, you can get in a little bit early, find out who they are, and maybe if it's a team you missed out on, you can get a chance to rebuy. And yeah, retail store will ship product to you. If you're interested in sealed product, number will be scrolling in the upper right-hand corner there. The store itself is located in the Northtown Mall in Blaine, so if you're in Minnesota or find yourself in Minnesota, you can come on up, check it out. Find sports memorabilia, sports cards, really anything the sports fan in your life that is you could want. And if you ever want to check out the big game, got plenty of seating space as well as televisions always playing at least one game on them. You got the Dolphins and Elements since you got nothing in this. Opened Elements the other day. I think the only Dolphins we got out of that one was the Jersey Trio, where it was like Devontae Parker, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Waddle. The Element set I think looks really cool. Like the aesthetic of the set is really, really nice. I don't know how practical the whole set is, but I think they nailed the aesthetic. Yeah, I mean, that depends on how you look at the chance, right, Andrew? Because there are some people that'll see something like that and say, oh, well, the Dolphins don't have any cards, that's why you didn't pull any, and that's that. Or, from your perspective, the perspective that I like to take, didn't pull any the first time, so we got to pull them the second time. It's the optimistic approach that I need. Yeah, if you are here for Immaculate, if there are unpaids in there, we're not going to take anything here during this break. We will have to start the new break. That way, it's all in the chat should we need to go back. But if you're here for the Immaculate break, that should be starting around on time. I'm just going to finish out this and then end this video and go live with that. So if you're here for that, shouldn't be too much longer for you. Especially considering, it doesn't start for another 10 minutes in that regard. I mean, at least as long as you accept the risk, I think it's all fun. Right? Like, I think there are some people that have a hard time coming to terms with the risk involved in this, but as long as you know what the risk is and you acknowledge it, I think this can be a healthy thing, healthy form of entertainment. Shirton Apostel, AJ Puck, Alex Kirilov, the Refractor, Buster Posey, Marcelo Zuna, Andreas Jimenez, Dylan Carlson, the Refractor, and Sonny Gray, Ramon Laureano, Tristan McKenzie, the Pink Speckle, and Dylan Carlson, the 1986, Jans Chisholm, Trevor Story, Nick Madrigal, and then Luis Patino, the Blue Auto. Luis Patino, 117 out of 150 for the Padres. Padres with two autos in this break now. Not too bad. Yeah, I mean, I assume that they're live. Like, they're just because I didn't pull anything doesn't mean that they're not there. But some people like to think that way. Is what I was trying to get at. 147 out of 350. It's the multitudes of gamblers' fallacies that exist within the world, right? Jake Arrieta, Luis Arias, Lance McCullers Jr., Gio Ursula, Matt Chapman, Dalton Varsho, Andrew McCutcheon, the Prism for Tristan McKenzie, Charlie Morton, Jake Cronenworth, Jorge Alfaro, Prismic Power, Jose Ramirez, Garrett Crochet, AJ Puck, Justin Verlander, Joe Adell, the 1986 frame, Yasmani Grandal, Chris Archer, Willie Castro, Future Stars, Nico Horner, Leody Tavares, Josh Donaldson, Lorenzo Kane, Tony Gonsolin, the Refractor, Will Myers, Nick Senzel, Anthony Rizzo, Whit Merrifield with the Prism, and Aroldis Chapman. Click through those again. We have Eugenio Suarez, Mookie Betts, the baseball, Jesus Luzardo, Luis Campusano, Alex Bregman, Eric Hosmer, Will Myers, Didi Gregorius, Braylon Marquez, Bryce Harper, the Brian Hayes of the 1986 frame, Max Fried, William Contreras, Manny Machado, Gavin Lux, the Future Stars, Alex Verdugo, Sam Huff, Wilson Ramos, Aroldis Chapman, the Refractor, and Jack Flaherty. I did pull a 201 of 1, not out of Elements, obviously, but I do at least have histories with 201 of 1, so you might be in luck there. Chris Bubich, Evan Longoria, Jacob deGrom, the Prism, Charlie Blackmon, Casey Mize, Will Smith, Yasmani Grandal, the Cuba Baseball, Christian Yelich, Dixo Sanchez, Walker Buehler, Bobby Dahlbeck, Tyler Glasnow, Ryan Weathers, John Means, Kyle Lewis, the 1986 frame, and Justin Upton. Carlos Correa, Rougned Odor, Jonathan Aruz is our final auto, and then Luis Patino, Lourdes Gurriel, Kevin Newman, Ahmed Rosario, Francisco Lindor, Zach Greinke, Joey Votto, the Prism for Keston, Carlos Santana, Javier Baez, Whit Merrifield, the Future Stars, Zach Gallen, and Marcus Semien is our last card of the break. All right. Once again, thank you all for being here for this break. We do have Immaculate Baseball coming up next, first off the line. So if you want to be a part of that, you can come in just as soon as I start that video. You can excuse me, get that started in just a minute here. Thank you again for being here for Topps Chrome. Hope to see you all again soon, and have a great rest of your weekend if I don't.